One thing that's important to remember is that hiring is a strategic investment, not just a capacity fix.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the TxO Startup Hotline. All right, so here's the deal. I'm a little sad to say, but this is going to be our last episode for a bit. In the meantime, keep the questions coming. Hit us up at 844-DIAL-TXO. We still want to hear from y'all. But for now, let's roll to today's question.
I've been working on my company for a while, and I have some traction and some good early customers, but I feel like I'm still doing everything on my own, right? We have some contractors. So my question is, when should I begin to think about hiring additional team members? Should I continue with contractors or look at full-time hires? And how do I convince them, to work on my team, especially in a place where we're still growing and building and don't have large amounts of access to capital to replace their salaries?
Thanks for the question. Hiring is a tricky one. I want to make sure that I bring him back up and give you the best advice possible. So let's bring in Jenna Zucker, talent partner at A16Z. Hey, Jenna.
Thanks, Kofi, for having me. And thanks to the founder who asked this question. I get this question all the time. One thing that's important to remember is that hiring is a strategic investment, not just a capacity fix. For founders, they should be focusing on product market fit, their product vision, and their strategy. So it's a great time to think about contractors who are specialized for specific projects. So great examples of contractors could be for legal, for design help, or for engineering support. These people will create a lot of lift, they're specialized, and they'll give you, the founders, a lot of time back. Some of the differences between contractors versus full-time hires is that full-time hires help with the strategic building of a company. They help bring stability, they build systems, and they drive long-term growth. Once you decide that it's time to hire somebody full-time, here are some ways that I think about how to acquire great talent. The first step is understanding what motivates that individual and what will excite them to take that leap. Once you understand what that individual is motivated by, I think it's really important to sell the vision through their impact. People don't just want a paycheck, they want to build something meaningful. When you're trying to attract great talent, I think it's important to treat it like a selling process. Founders should personally recruit. Recruiting's like dating. You want to make sure that there's multiple interactions, that you're actively listening, and you're really understanding what their motivations are. A common mistake that founders make is that they look at the title, not the skill set of a senior leader that they're trying to bring on board. Do their skill sets match what you're trying to hire for and accomplish in the next 6 to 12 months? Have they dealt with ambiguity in their role? Have they been in an environment where they've had limited resources? How do they work with people outside of their function so you know that they're a great teammate and you can rely on them to help when things are getting tough? Remember, as a founder, you're the best recruiter. You know your mission and your vision better than anyone else. Make sure that you understand what the individual's motivations are so you can tie that in to closing the candidate. Don't just make a blanket job description. Make sure it's customized for that individual and how they can accelerate their career by joining your company. To the founder who asked this question, good luck at hiring great talent. We're here to help at any time.
Thanks for that insight, Jenna. I learned a lot too. A big shout out to our day ones. I truly appreciate everyone who's been tuning in and sharing the series. Thank you for all your questions. Catch you next time on the hotline.